Welcome to ketomealsandrecipes.com. Today I will show you how easy and how quickly you can make my keto oatmeal, which is amazing served either as a hot or a cold breakfast. This keto, sugar-free, gluten-free version is, in my opinion, and my family's opinion, really delicious. The reason I wanted to develop a recipe for my family is because I used to love having homemade hot oatmeal, especially on chilly days, but have not been able to have this as a breakfast for many years, and I missed it. So a few months ago, I started making keto oatmeal recipes I saw on YouTube and Google. Although they were tasty in their own way, these recipes did not have the taste and texture and creaminess I was looking for. I really wanted a hearty, satisfying, and as close to classic oatmeal cereal breakfast experience, not using oatmeal as an ingredient. And I'm really pleased with this one, so please watch all the way to the end as I will explain why certain ingredients are used in this recipe. To begin with, the macronutrient ratio for this basic keto oatmeal without any toppings is 3.9 to 1, with 12 grams of total carbs, 8.4 grams of soluble fiber, 0.7 grams of insoluble fiber, resulting in only 2.9 grams of net carbs, and 427 calories per hearty serving. One way to achieve the desired taste is by making a so-called oatmeal substitute, and I do this by combining almond flour, hemp flour, and pecan flour. Let's get started. First, get a saucepan, pour in your unsweetened almond milk, and yes, you can substitute with any nut or seed milk of your choice, but please note it will change the flavor just a little bit and may also change the macros a bit. Now, to a saucepan, add your hemp hearts, almond flour, pecan flour. I also used inulin fiber to naturally increase sweetness which oatmeal would have, chia seeds, heavy cream, salt, and unsalted butter. And then stir well to combine all the ingredients. Place the pot on your stovetop and cook over medium-low heat. When your ingredients begin to have a light boil, then cook for 5 minutes. And I also highly recommend you use glucomannan, which is also called konjac root powder, rather than thickeners such as xanthan gum or agar. And that's because glucomannan will not create that gooey and sort of slimy taste and texture. At this point, it's now time to sprinkle the glucomannan or konjac root powder. Do so in a light dusting over the surface, then stir in immediately and mix, or in this case, thickened oatmeal. Then continue cooking for 5 more minutes at a light boil. You will notice that the keto oatmeal is quite thick, so at this point pour in the half cup of heavy cream, stir well and cook for 1 more minute. This extra minute of cooking will remove the raw cream taste. The cooking portion is done, so remove the saucepan from the stovetop and at this point add in your vanilla and stir to combine. I add the vanilla at the end to ensure the maximum flavor, as vanilla will evaporate if added too soon. At this point, the keto oatmeal is quite hot, but you'll notice that the hemp hearts are still kind of hard. What I like to do is to let the keto oatmeal rest for a minimum of 10 minutes and better yet for 20 minutes. This will soften the hemp hearts and create that wonderful soft creamy mouthfeel, which will have the same texture as oatmeal. When you're ready to serve, divide the finished keto oatmeal into 4 bowls and add any topping of your choice. Here I'm going to show you 2 different ways to garnish your keto oatmeal. In this first variation, I garnish by adding a combination of the following per serving: 2 teaspoons of heavy cream, 1 teaspoon of unsalted butter, 1 teaspoon of sweetener, which I ground to a confectioner powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, and by the way, it's better if you combine the sweetener and cinnamon powder before you sprinkle it on top, and 1 tablespoon of pecans, which I chopped into small pieces. And here are the toppings for option 2. First, I add 1 tablespoon of heavy cream, then 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter. Next, you can add berries of your choice. Today I have some fresh raspberries in my fridge, so I'm going to add those. And finish with a light sprinkle of confectioner's sweetener. Here are 2 ways I prepared my oatmeal today. But please leave me a comment and tell me how you would garnish this oatmeal, or what your favorite toppings are. Here's a quick FYI. You can store any leftovers in a covered container in your refrigerator for several days. However, you may find that your keto oatmeal has gotten a little bit too thick. What I would recommend, whether you're heating it up or having it cold, is to add a bit more almond milk until it's at the consistency that you like. I would like to thank you for taking the time to watch my video. And if you watched the entire video all the way to the end, I really appreciate your support. Most of all, I hope you will find this keto oatmeal hot or cold breakfast recipe a tasty option you will be able to enjoy for your breakfast. And if you do like my recipe and my channel, please share the link. And also, please do check if you're still subscribed and your notification bell is turned on to all. Until next time, have a happy and healthy day. Cheers!